2020 sucked. People were dying, online schooling began. However, this allowed for more video game time than ever. So, this year I played a ton of games, some good, some bad. Majority were just okay. This year I finally 100% Katana Zero, and it definitely deserves me sinking so many hours into it. Deadbolt was a really good stealth puzzle game that was pretty fun, but I have no clue what the story was, but man did that music bop. One Shot was neat, but I'm too stupid at puzzle games that have really doled out my experience. Terraria got its final update, but me and my friends sucked too much to get far enough to see all the new stuff. Henry Stickmin Collection was awesome and really fun, but I don't feel the need to ever launch it again. Ghost Runner had some of the best gameplay this year, however the story was just awful and the music only had a few bangers. Oh yeah, Among Us came out this year. Hades came out this year and everyone decided to put it on top of a massive tower. So, naturally I gave it a try and it's definitely one of the better roguelikes out there. So of course I didn't like it. No Man's Sky was pretty fun, surprisingly. The only problem with it is you need some time to get into it, so when you're playing a bunch of other games it's just a little too difficult to get into. Left 4 Dead 2 actually got an update this year and that was pretty fun to see all my mods again. Doom Eternal came out in March, and I still have not touched that game, but I did touch Doom 2016. That was a pretty good game. Animal Crossing New Horizons also came out in March. Yeah, Nintendo only made 2 things this year I actually cared about, and I thought Horizons would be one of them. It wasn't. The long menus, lack of things to do, unengaging personalities really took a toll on my experience. So I just went back to Stardew Valley for an actual fun, casual game. The other game Nintendo made, Super Mario 3D All-Stars, was really good, for 2/3 of it. I have nostalgia for only Super Mario Galaxy, and that game still holds up incredibly well. The only problem was it was a little easier than I remembered. Super Mario 64 was also really fun, and I loved how it felt great to control and was fun to control. Now for Super Mario Sunshine. Alright, now hear me out. Super Mario Sunshine is just okay. I feel like people are ignoring the fact that Flood doesn't actually make the game more fun. Yeah, he adds new and interesting mechanics, but I didn't find any of those mechanics actually fun. Now, because Flood exists, some of the controls in the other 3D Mario games aren't in Sunshine, so it's a little less fun to control as well. And I didn't know I needed a Mario game with long jump till I played Sunshine. In the end though, none of these games really hold up to Mario Odyssey, because in Odyssey you can be a tree. And it's just better. Baba Is You was a neat puzzle game. Subnautica Below Zero had me swimming with fishies, being scared of said fishies, and going through a step-by-step guide because I had no idea where to go. Due process. This game is an actual unique shooter where the map is different every game. Once they have more fun and engaging gunplay, this is going to be a great game. Black Mesa is seriously the best Half-Life game to date. Now, I'm not a very big fan of the Half-Life series. Half-Life 2, one of the most revolutionary games to date, is not actually that great. The story is pretty good, but the gameplay is not at all fun and honestly felt too slow. Half-Life 1 actually had pretty good gameplay. The problem is it had too many stupid old game level designs and felt really out of date. So when a game comes along that fixes all those problems, you get a pretty good game. Valorant came out this year, so I sunk quite a bit of hours into that. I also got VR this year. I was able to play all these games, but I'd rather talk about them at a different time. Alright, now for my top games I played this year. This game is a dime. One thing you need to understand about me is I have very little patience whatsoever, and it's incredibly hard for me to get into casual or slow games. So when I say a golf video game is one of my favorites this year, you should be thinking, wow. This game is so vivid and creative and just puts a smile on my face every time I play. This game is just a 2021 simulator.
Ghosts
Phasmophilia is a roguelite horror game. This is genius. How has this not been done so well before? It just blows my mind. The game is truly horrifying, and the player models just add more to that fear factor.
Machine, turn back now. The layers of this palace are not for your kind. Your choice is made. I shall rend you apart, and you will become inanimate once more.
I've played all the SuperHot games, and gotta be honest, not really a fan. Now hear me out, the first game was a puzzle shooter, so if you liked first person and puzzle games, you probably liked it. I personally thought it should have focused more on interesting mechanics and action-packed gameplay, and then I would have enjoyed it more. The story was interesting, but not like the best story I've ever heard. SuperHot VR, really fun experience, but way too short. Yeah, there's more content, but I'm the type of person that mainly only does the main quest or storyline and then is done. Now taking everything I've complained about and throw it off a roof, SuperHot mind control delete solves it all.
Protect the pilot.
Holy cow, is this a good game? I've never seen a first-person shooter like this that actually has a compelling story and good gameplay to hold it up.
Now, we shall see how impressive you truly are.
Just get it already.
Hamburger solid, baby. Fuck you very much.
What is the state of our union?
Just get this game already, it's free!
Rockin' Stone!
If you ever wanted to work in Australia, well, this game puts you right in those shoes. I've never had more fun being an Australian, rocking and stoning, and hanging out with my buddies. This is truly a great step forward for PvE games. Plus, it's got an awesome soundtrack to go with it.
Which remains unchanged.
The Last of Us, Part 2.
Every step of the way, Carson tried to downplay what had actually happened.
this year sucked, I gotta be honest. My vision has been messed up since last year. My dog died. COVID is running rampant, and I'm hearing I shouldn't be scared or I should. Politically, America's just draining me. Everyone's trying to act normal when this isn't really the time to be normal. The education system has gone downhill. Teachers and students alike are just barely moving along. So when something comes out that you can just forget about what's going on in the world and have a good time without a care in the world, it is so relieving.